Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching this from. So, as promised, I'm doing a weekly analysis on most of the currency pairs. From next week onwards, next week Sunday onwards, I'll do a weekly analysis on Nasdaq as well. But for today, I'm only doing currency pairs. So, it's going to be a major currency pairs. So as you can see in front of you, we've got the chart Nzt Usd. So if you look at the weekly chart, let me just move this. When we look at the weekly chart, you can see here, okay, this is the weekly. If you look at your stochastic as well as your MACD, it's well overbought. So for this week, we're looking at a trend reversal. It's coming down. So as you can see there, it went up and a red candle formed. So we're looking at this and we predicting that there's going to be a sell in this week starting off with tomorrow. Hopefully, let's check the day. Let's see what's happening in the day. As you can see there, red candle formed. So we're looking at a sell for this week. On our day, the stochastic is moving to the downside from the overbought zone, moving down. And as you can see, your MACD as well, it's moving down from the downside. Crossed there again, and crossed at this region. So we're looking at a heavy sell on Nzt USD for this week. Even if we go to the 4 hours, it broke the trend line already. So it broke the trend line, and we just try to zoom out a little bit. Just trying to find the zoom. But as you can see, let's just try and do this. As you can see, it broke the trend line. It's going down. It's going to the downside. So what are we waiting for here? We're just waiting for it to retest. So waiting for it to come down and retest. So this is what we're waiting for. So it's coming down. On its way down. We're waiting for the retest. Retests this line, and then it should come down again. So that's what we're waiting for basically. So it's coming down, retest, and then we sell. So we're waiting for that. So as you've also always heard in forex, patience is key. So that's what we're waiting for basically. We can go to our next pair. So if we look at this direction of the Nzt USD, just to clarify, we're looking at a sell for this week. If there's gonna be a buy, the buy will be, we're looking for a buy above this is the area there where we'll be looking for a buy from this area. That's our area. Above this, we'll be looking to buy this way. That's where the buyers will be entering, or above this line here as well. So if price breaks above here, that's where we'll be looking to enter buys. But for now, we're looking for a sell opportunity on Nzt USD. We'll move on to our next pair. Our next pair, GBP USD. This is my favorite pair. look at this GBP USD on the GBP USD was on Friday. It was very bearish. On Friday it was very bearish, but we're looking at the week. In we look at the week, there was an uptrend in the last week, or in the last weeks I should say. There's an uptrend. So we look at the stochastic as well. It's going to the overbought zone, so potentially we'll be looking to sell this pair as well in the new week. We look at this. All right, it's there's volume as well to the upside, well, but it's still at the bottom, let's say -0. So the MACD is still at -0 zone. It's heading towards the above the equilibrium line, but it's not yet there, so we're still looking for sales on GBP USD in the coming week. We'll be looking to sell this pair once it breaks sorry about that. Once it breaks through your trend line, that's when you sell. Let me just look for the correct let's just look for the correct growing tool. Alright, once it breaks to here, that's when we look to buy this. So we're looking here to sell, sorry, not to buy, to sell. So we're looking to sell there, and then let's look at this. So yes, once it breaks the trend line, we'll be looking to sell. But remember, we only sell once it retests. So at point B, sorry, I've just done this wrong. Okay, I just need to delete this quickly. Right, let's do this over. So trend line, uptrend. When it breaks, that's when we look for the sales. But we don't look for the sales when it breaks immediately. It needs to retest. So it's gonna break somewhere here, retest, and then point C is when we enter the market. That's when we enter the market with point C. Just apologize for the hold up. Alright, break, retest, point 3 is where we sell. We're selling this pair right there at point 3. So I hope you saw that. That's on the weekly. We'll move to our day just for further analysis. So yes, it's gonna come down. You can even sell it. Just see. can even sell it at this point over here. Once it breaks that line, you can sell it as well. As you can see, that's a strong support, previous resistance. If it breaks this line, it closes below this line, we're looking to sell. If it breaks this line but it moves up, we're looking for more buy opportunities until it breaks above this line over here. I'm just putting the line there. So if it breaks below this line and it retraces up, this will be your take profit. Right over here will be your stop loss. But if it breaks and it closes below this line on the day, so you'll be looking at it tomorrow and seeing where it closes, and then maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday looking to sell this if you are a swing trader. If you're not a swing trader, let's go to the 4 hours and then you can see what's happening at the 4-hour chart. Right, so we at the 4-hour chart, we look at this. So the weekly and the daily is just for a broader picture. So we're looking at the 4 hours now. 4 hours, you see it broke the trend line already. So for this week, we're looking for sell opportunities on our GBP USD as well. So we're looking for sell opportunities. Broke the trend line already. It formed a bullish candle after that. So we were looking to see what it does before we go in with a sell tomorrow or on Tuesday, whenever we do trade this way. So what we'll be looking what it does on our 4 hours tomorrow, and then we'll know exactly what we should do. If it breaks further down to this level, we'll be looking to sell this here as well. So it breaks, let's say, this level over here, your 1.29729, breaks that level and closes below that level. We will be looking for that perfect sell. It would be a perfect sell at that point. So we'll move forward to our next pair, which is the Euro USD. Euro USD, Euro USD. There we go. So let's move to our weekly time frame. So for the weeks, you see that it was very bullish. It went uptrend as well, just like the previous pairs that we've analyzed, uptrend as well as here. So this pair was very bullish. So we'll be looking on this pair. It's hard to tell because our stochastic is overbought. Our MACD is in our buying zone, cross there, moving to the upside. Volume is also nice there for the bullish, for the buyers. So it's very hard to say on this one, but let's analyze further. Right, as you can see, the pair did break above this line here, which is our resistance. resistance line. As you can see, the resistance. It broke above, but it didn't close above. It closed, like you can say, on that line. So we'll still be looking to sell this pair in the coming week because of the stochastic that is in the overbought zone. We'll be looking to sell this pair, Euro USD, in the coming week. So, but to be clear on that, let's go to the daily time frame, see what's happening there. As you can see on the daily time frame, on Friday it closed on a bearish candle, so we'll be looking for it to break below that line. You can even sell it when it breaks below this point. So already tonight you can put your stop loss at this point. You can put your stop loss at this point over here where you see these lines are right there. Not stop loss, sorry, or sell stop. You can put it at this line over here. Sell stop when it breaks below this line. Got your sell stop. It's definitely gonna come to retest over here, so you can put your take profit roundabout at this line over here, which is a lot of pips, because remember I'm working on the daily time frame over here. So stop loss then can be, I'm sorry guys, I'm just getting used to this. Just getting used to this platform. So yeah, as I mentioned, when it breaks the line over here, you can put your sell stop over there, and then you can put your, I won't say put your buy stop here, but if it breaks below, above this point, breaks above this point, you wait for it to retest this area. It's not gonna retest, it won't necessarily retest the line, but it retests this area, it goes up. So once it comes down, you can put your buy stop at this point, and then once it comes down, retests, you wait. When it breaks below this line, you wait for it to test your trend line. You wait for it, or you can go in with a sell, but it's risky to go in with a sell. So you wait, test your trend line. When it breaks the trend line, you wait for another retest to make sure that you've got it. But it's gonna take maybe the whole week to do that. So let's go to the 4 hours, and we'll have a clearer picture on this pair. Right, I've got a clear picture on this pair. You see that this area is your major support. So once it breaks through this area, you know that there's a sell on its way. But look at this. Watch for the spikes. It breaks. You need for it to break below this area, and then form another candle which closes below this area. Then you know you've got a sell. So you can sell it over there. So we can move on to our next pair, which is USD JPY. This is one of our famous pairs over here. So this pair has been weak for months, I think, if not weeks. But it's been a weak US dollar, which gained strength on Friday, I must say. So there's no clear trend on this one. As you can see on our weekly, there's no clear trend. It's been consolidating and hitting support and resistance on the weekly time frames. And then I'll say that area over there as well. So this area and this area, see, it's been playing in between these areas. So if it breaks and it closes below this area, you wait, as you can see here, there's a trap here. It broke, it closed below, it opened below, but you wait for it to close below as well on your week. So it's gonna take a while. See, traps. So you wait. Let's go to the daily time frame. Let's see what it does. As you can see here, broke below, open below, close below, and then it retests, breaks again. So here was a nice day opportunity to sell there. And let's go further. Look here, broke below, close below, nice selling opportunity there, 2 days to sell over there. Then it reaches that line, it went back up, closed above the line again, it closed above and then opened above and closed again. So you could have bought there, but it was risky because it went down again, tested the line, never closed below this line, not once. So you see, this is a major support. So what's happening here is that we will look to buy this pair in the week. USD JPY will be a buy in the week. So we're looking to buy it. Tomorrow we'll have a clear understanding or clear indication of what to do with this pair. So if it closes above tomorrow and it opens above, we know that there's a buying market over there. We look at the stochastic of this one as well. It came from an oversold zone into, it's moving to the overbought zone as well. You can see that MACD is about to cross, about to go up. You can see that there's a green volume bar forming over there. So this is telling us that we're buying this pair in this week. We can move to our 4 hours. 4 hours gives us even a more clear indication of what's happening. You can see it's been playing around there for days, maybe playing around there. See that nice big bullish candle, so we know that we're looking to buy. If you want to, you can already place your buy stop over there. So once it breaks that line, you know we're heading for the 108, I believe, this week. We're heading for the 108 mark this week. So if you want to swing this, I'll swing it. You can swing it as well. We're heading for the 108 mark. You can take profit the 108 mark. So that's your USD JPY. Remember, I said in the beginning there's no clear trend on this one, so it's going to be risky one to trade as well. So let's move on to the USD. And this is going to be my last pair I will be analyzing on. This will be the last pair that I will be analyzing on. I think I covered most of our. Oh yes, I still need to do your USD CAD. So we'll do that USD CAD. That will be the last one. So on our weekly time frame on the AUD USD, you can see a nice trend over here. It's an uptrend. So there's a nice uptrend over there. You can look at another indication. This is a nice resistance. Never broke below above that line. You can see it's an overbought market. You can see the nice volume bullish volume over there. You can see that the MACD is way up. So this market as well, although it closed bullish on Friday, or yeah, for the week on Friday, you can see it's a small candle, almost like a doji candle. There's not a lot of body, as you can see, so it's a very dodgy candle. But if we go further to our daily time frame, you'll have a clear idea of what's happening. As you can see over there, you can see clearly what's happening. It's way overbought, even on our daily time frame. In the overbought zone, so we're looking to see how, as you can see, stochastic is about to cross as well. MACD is about to cross there, going down. As you can see, our volume on the bullish is very small as well as the bearish, but I'm looking to see how this play in this week as well, depending on the news release coming from our USD and also our Australian dollar. But once it breaks this line, closes below this trend line, I'll be looking to sell this pair, especially if it breaks below our previous resistance, which is going to be our support. Especially if it breaks below this line, we'll see to sell this pair. Moving on to our 4 hours. You can see there trying to form a bullish, but it's still bearish, it's still coming down. Even if you want to, you can see there's an M forming there. Let me just see if I can find it. It's almost like a head and shoulders kind of thing. Not really, but I'll try. So I'd say it's basically like I won't necessarily call it a head and shoulders. I'd rather call it M being formed. It's not a head and shoulders. It's an M. Double bottom. Something like that. Yeah, so as you can see, it's an M. So I'm looking for it to break below this line over here. This line. When it breaks the trend line, you know that this is going to be a bearish market. Bearish. Looking for sell opportunities. So yes, that's the analysis on our AUD USD. So another sell. I hope that you wrote that down. You can always watch the video again if you didn't get all of it. Euro USD we've done already. I'm going to USD CAD. So USD CAD. This is nice. This is nice. 4 hours, but we'll come to that. As you can see, this one as well, there's no clear trend on our weekly time frame. No clear trend at all. So we must be careful with this. This pair. So as you can see, this one is playing around in this area as well. We tried to retest over here, broke through, went to retest our, it's supposed to be supported, this area now became resistance, and now it's coming down. So we'll for now trust this previous resistance. I'll say previous resistance. will now trust this previous resistance area. So I'll be looking to buy this, to sell this pair if it breaks what I call our support. So in this area, we'll look. But if I'm a swing trader, if I'm gonna swing this for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'll first wait for you to break this line over here, and then maybe break our recent resistance break above that. Then I'll look to swing this maybe for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But for now, I wouldn't do anything that we call swing trading for now, because there's no clear trend. If I put my trend line here as well, you can see there's no clear trend. It might retest this trend line and then come down. So even if it breaks above this, it's still gonna be tricky. So it might test this trend line and come down. And now we can move our daily time frame. We have a nice picture of what's happening. Daily time frame, also not a clear trend at the moment. Also not a clear trend. That's why I say this one is a very tricky pair to trade for this week. As you can see there, it's not a clear trend. In a downtrend there over here, so bullish candle busy testing this trend line. It might come down. If I was gonna trade, or if I am going to trade this pair even this week, I'll look for sell opportunities. I look to sell this pair even tomorrow. Looking at how it closes tomorrow, I look to sell this pair. But as you can see here, it's in an oversold area, so it's gonna be tricky to sell this pair. So I'll wait. Tomorrow's candle will give an indication of what's happening. It needs to break above this resistance as well for me to actually get into the trade on USD CAD. So it's going to be tricky because of the oversold area, and as well as on the MACD, you can see that our bullish volume is getting very small over there. So and the MACD line is about to cross the signal line, so it's going to be very tricky to trade this for this week. So I wouldn't advise you to trade it for this week. And then again, on our 4 hours, we see it's in the overbought zone. MACD, there's a lot of volume on the buy. So if you're looking at it, I said it on the weekly time frame that I look to sell this pair. I mean, I just want to see if I can show you this. I just need to try to show you something. Let's see if this is possible. I'm not getting what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's use this. As you can see this, yeah. Okay, let's see how it looks. I just want to see how this drawing pair works. Yes, perfect. So what we call this area that I just drew is a saucer. It's a saucer. It's one of the reversal patterns as well. So that's why I say I look to sell this because as you can see there was an uptrend there, and if you look at the 4-hour, it's about to go up. No clear trend. The general trend is a downtrend. But as you can see, when I talk about the reversal, it's on the 4-hour time frame. So I'll still be looking to sell this. So for clear indication, it needs to break above. As it broke above, but you can see there's a bearish candle coming down. It needs to break above, and the second candle needs to close above in a bearish way. If not bearish, if it's in a bullish way. If not bullish, and then I'll wait for the bullish candle to form, and then I'll go in with a buy. So on this pair, let me just give you some hints. I'll be looking to buy this pair if it breaks above this line, and then to see how it breaks below this area on the 4-hour time frame. I won't buy or sell anyway yet because it's very risky. So that's our technical analysis for the week on these different time frames. So when I look at news, I look at it on a couple of websites, news releases. So I look at it on a couple of websites. Our investing.com, if you want a news app, you can go download investing.com. It works on Android as well as iPhone. You can download that. I also prefer factory.com as one of my mentors. He's been very instrumental in my forex trading journey. Dr. Ref Wayne, he recommends Forex Factory for news releases. As you can see, nothing on Monday, Tuesday as well, nothing. So Wednesday, which is the 12th of August, by the way, it's my birthday on that day, 12th of August, we will be trading Nzt Usd. Remember I said with Nzt Usd, we're looking to sell that pair. There's an interest rate coming out 4 a.m. in the morning. This is South African time. 4 a.m. in the morning, interest rates coming out. It's gonna be a nice event. I'll probably be trading that one live on YouTube. I'll trade that one live because we didn't have a live today. I'll trade that one live for you on YouTube. And then GBP 8 a.m. on Wednesday, and then USD we have new CPI at 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday. And on Thursday we've got our Australian dollar unemployment rate, employment change at 3:30 in the morning. This is fundamentals. This is what moves most of our pairs, fundamentals. So as I said, AUD USD, we're looking to sell this pair as well. We're looking for a sell in this pair. Let me just make sure that's what I said. Can't remember now. But AUD USD. Let's check. Right, AUD USD 4 hours. Yes, we're looking for a sell in this week on this pair. Although we see 4 hours, yeah, we're looking to sell this pair. So, right, AUD USD unemployment rate on Thursday. On Friday, we've got AUD Australian dollar as well. 3:30, the government will be speaking. The Reserve Bank of Australia. The government will be speaking on, I think, on the unemployment rate, because it's the only thing that's coming out. And then Friday, 2:30 USD retail sales. What I'll be focusing on this week on fundamentals is definitely Nzt USD, GBP USD, because it's GDP that's coming out, and then our USD. So and also on Thursday I'll focus on Australian dollar So Wednesday is going to be a very volatile day, I believe, on Wednesday. And then just to move on, trading economics, these are the websites that I use. You can download them, uh, not a problem. So looking at this calendar, so you must remember that all calendars are different. So tomorrow is not a hectic day. It's not much news release coming out tomorrow that would impact the markets, as well as on Tuesday. Yeah, maybe AUD USD business confidence. Maybe that will move the market. Maybe GBP USD, but not too much. There won't be a lot of volatility with these events. Yeah, looking at Wednesday, definitely this will be moving the market. Definitely, all the events on Wednesday will be moving the market. On Friday, so there's nothing that this website released on Thursday. So on Friday, GDP growth from the EU. So EU or European dollar. So that's the EU. Euro to the dollar. So that's the news release that will be coming out on Friday. GDP, maybe we can focus on that as well. I won't be too much focused on that. Wednesday will be my day, and hopefully I'll make some profit on Wednesday so that I can buy myself a birthday cake on Wednesday. So yeah, that's mostly it on investing.com. You can download the app. The reason why I'm not showing you investing.com was a website before. They normally don't release like the following week's data on the website. It's normally on the app, so you should get yourself the app. If you're gonna look at investing.com, you'll see that there is they've got the previous week's data, but not data or data, whatever you wanna call it. But not this week's. So on your app, you'll find this week's data on the app. So this is investing.com. There's our economic calendar. So as you can see there, this is all the events. So go to filter out. You just want the important events. These stars apply. So yeah, this week. Okay, it shows next week. Nice. So this week, this is all the events this week. So tomorrow's job openings, USD. That's why I say it's not going to be very volatile tomorrow. So the times are just a bit mixed up, guys. Don't worry about the times. This is different time frames. I think this is GMT. So no, not GMT -4. So you can change the time frame. We are GMT +2. So yeah, as you can see, there's the correct time frames. GBP USD on Tuesday, Euro USD on Tuesday. Yeah, the markets will move because of these events, but not a lot of volatility. Wednesday, this is what we're focusing on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be a very nice trading day. Thursday, yeah, job claims, AUD USD employment change, yeah, maybe will move the markets a little bit, but not too much. And then on Friday as well, it's not going to be very volatile. So Wednesday is what we're focusing on. And now to move to our last analysis, guys, is our sentimental analysis. This is just an indication of how many people are trading and what positions they are taking, just to give you a guide. You see, in forex trading, what moves the market is the participants. the participants moves the market. So the more people that trades, the more volatile the market will be and is. So this is why we do this analysis, looking at all our currency pairs that we have analyzed. Let's look at the first one, GBP USD. This is in so GBP USD, we're looking at GBP. Remember this, the data is from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, CME, which is the largest forex let's say institute, if you want to call it that, exchange basically. So we look at the contracts of GBP. This is future options. This is future options, which is very close to our forex. This is the closest to our forex. So this data comes out every Friday at 9 p.m. and then we analyze this data. As you can see, non-commercial is us, the speculators, and then you can see it's been shorted. Last week a lot of speculators have shorted it. Looking at the banks, commercial is the banks. So looking at a lot of banks, you see what I told you on Friday, what I told the group on Friday is the banks normally takes the opposite direction of the trend. So in the banks, a lot of people have been longing this pair, and as you can see the total is short. So that's why you saw selling power in GBP USD. So that's it. Moving on to euro, our euro. Yeah, this one is nice because this one is FX. So this one is very, very close to the actual forex data. So a lot of us speculators have been long in this pair. 262,000 speculators have been longing here. The banks took the opposite direction as usual. They've been shorting this pair, and then we can see here as well that the numbers don't lie. On Friday there's been selling power in Euro USD as well. As you can see there, this is the total, and non-reportable positions is positions that doesn't go through CME, so they're just estimating based on non-reportable positions. But as you can see here as well, that numbers don't lie. There's been selling power, that's why I'm looking forward to sell Euro USD this week as well. AUD, it's been long. It's not a lot of difference in the speculators, then the banks as well. And as you can see there, selling power in the bank, as I mentioned. So as you can see thus far, the analysis is adding up. And then NZD, same thing. Long speculators, us as retail traders, we've been shorting this pair. And then as you can see there, the banks as well. Not too much of a difference between the banks. And then as you can see, the power is in the selling in the base. So again, our analysis is adding up. And then our CAD, looking at our CAD, shows that CAD is available for us. There we go. Our CAD as well, it's been shorting. We as retail traders have been shorting this pair. Banks as usual taking our opposite direction, but there is a bearish sentiment in this pair as well. And then if there's a pair that I've missed, you can go to the CME page and then just do the analysis. But I'll be doing this every week with you, and then we will see how it goes. There's another website that you can also go to, IG Sentiment Report, but because this is a broker, I don't trust them too much, but you can go there and look at it as well. I'm not gonna go into depth with this. There we go. Euro USD. You see, you can go into this as well and see the sentiments there. But I don't trust it because they are broken. And then yeah, that's most of it. That's our sentiment analysis. So thanks so much for watching this video. Thanks so much. I hope that you guys took notes. I hope that you've got a profitable week this week. In the description below that there will be, I will be giving out my free group, signals group. It's free, 2 signals a day, and then to join the exclusive group, you can go to the website www. It's in the description below. Go lfx.co.za. It will be in the description below, and then you can join the exclusive signals group. But from my side, thanks so much for watching this forex trading weekly analysis. So till next week, I hope you have a profitable week in forex trading.